How does the self-awareness, Aham or the I am or the I arise? And where from the ego, the I thought arise? It's like basically when we wake up from sleep, what happens is that the Atma, which we were while being in the state of sleep, from that state of sleep, when we are awake, the Aham or the I am arise. Aham or I am or non or yang, whatever we call, that sense of beingness arise from the Atma. It is the first step. It is what we are trying to hold on while we are awake. Now the second step is the arising of the ego. So what was initially Aham, which rose from the Atma, now turns into Aham and Idam, which basically means oneself and the world, which basically means the ego, I thought, which then causes the I am the body idea, Dehatma Buddhi. So once we have the Dehatma Buddhi, I am the body idea, then naturally one will develop further thoughts in the mind and starts to identify with the objects of the world. This is how it happens every day for everyone. So what we are trying to do in the practice of Mahayoga is to go back the way we came, to go back from the stage of ego, I am the body idea, to the state of Aham or the I am or the self-awareness. So once you go back one step and start remaining as just as I am, Aham, with the practice of Mahayoga, by eradicating the unwanted thoughts, emotions, etc., by not giving room for thoughts, even while engaging in the activities of the world, to avoid thoughts or the wanderings from the mind within, internally, the internal operations which happens from off and on, time to time. These things, by being very watchful, we put an end. At the same time, externally also, we avoid unwanted thoughts with the practice of Mahayoga. And so basically, one will be able to remain in the state of Aham or the I am, which was the first state to rise from Atma as the first thing in the morning. So we try to go back one step further and then remain in the state of I am. As one remain in the state of I am, then in due course of time, as we are able to remain in the state of I am all the time with unbroken, undeflected attention, then by the grace of Bhagavan, naturally we go one step further backwards and then abide as the Atman. The I am, which is the mind when it is in the state of purity, subsides into the Atma. This is what happens. The mind, when it is filled with thoughts, it creates all the problems. The same mind, when it is emptied of all the contents, all the thoughts, emotions, etc., then the mind itself resolves and subsides into the Atma. This is what happens. The mind, when devoid of all thoughts, itself is basically a form of Atma, actually. But while for a period of time, as the mind remains without much of wanderings or thoughts, then naturally it resolves and subsides into the Atma. This is what happens. So this is what we achieve with the practice of Mahayoga. We remain in the state of Aham or the I am, the pure I, as we call it, pure I or the pure mind. The mind is called pure when we remain just as I am or Aham. And the mind is impure when there are thoughts, emotions, feelings, when we are in the grip of vasanas, inclinations, etc. So, as we remain as the I am, the mind gets more and more pure. Thereby, naturally, one will be able to remain in the state of I am for longer periods of time. Thereby, the mind which has been made pure when it is devoid of all the thoughts naturally resolves itself into the Atma, subsides into the Atma by the grace of Bhagavan. So we all can be assured that in due course of time, with the practice of Mahayoga, we will subside and merge into the presence of Bhagavan, which is Atma. But it is important to remember the fact that even while remaining as I am, this itself is being Atma. So this is something we need to understand and keep up with the practice of Mahayoga. Arunachala Hrit Spurti Swarupanugrahatmane Namo Bhagavate Drashtre Ramanaya Nirantaram. அருணாச்சலம் வழங்கப்பெறும் இதய பேருடைய தமது இயலும் மருளுமானவரும் சர்வசாட்சியமான ஸ்ரீ ரமண பகவானுக்கு உள்ளத்தை இடைவிடா வணக்கம். அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ.